Yo guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the Blue Protocol Star Residence collaboration with the Monogatari series. So I was not expecting another collaboration already scheduled again for May. So that does mean that in May we're going to be having two collaborations. We're going to be having the Fairy Tail collaboration and the Monogatari series collaboration. So let's talk about it. All right, so personally I'm actually pretty hyped for this along with the Fairy Tail collab. I think May is going to be an awesome time for the collaborations. I think that will probably be around when we're going to be getting season 3, and so we can check out the dual acts class and then also get to enjoy this collaborations, which is going to be awesome. I personally am a fan of the Monogatari series. However, I gotta ask, are we gonna be getting that toothbrush though? If you know, you know. Anyway, I'm not really sure what we're going to be getting for the Monogatari collaboration in terms of cosmetics and stuff like that. That would be my thought process here. I don't think this is going to be a gameplay collaboration. I do think it's still possible that we get a gameplay collaboration when it comes to Fairy Tail, but I don't expect that there's going to be any gameplay for Monogatari. If you've watched the series, you know it's very, stylistic and very artistic fight scenes and just kind of a good underlying story with a lot of like side panning. It's not really that kind of collaboration that I would expect them to pull IP from in terms of like trying to make a new class, for example. Unless they try and do something called like Vampire Street Fighter or something. I don't know. But my point being is that I wouldn't expect it to be anything other than the kind of cosmetic event like kind of what we have right now with the Shangri-La Frontier collab. And if we're being honest with ourselves, most of the time it's usually just the characters wearing like their school uniforms and stuff like that. So it's not really like any cool, interesting outfits. I think it's going to be probably their standard like school uniforms, probably for these two characters. Just because that is kind of the iconic look. This is the actual like iconic first image I think that most people think of when they think of the Monogatari series, and it is one of the main heroines here who ends up dating the main character. But as you can see again from the artwork, this is just kind of like their standard typical outfits, but they're not bad outfits, so I think that they'll be a cool addition to the game. All that being said, I think it would be a little disingenuous of me to not talk about how we really need these collabs to hit big, and we need them to hit at a time where the game is feeling good. At the very least, we need them to like come out at the same time as season 3, so people are excited to jump in for season 3, and then also double down on the collab, and hopefully that will extend their enjoyment of the game. In an ideal world, personally, I would push back both the Fairy Tail and the Monogatari collab until the game is in a better place. Maybe give it a few more months for the developers to come in and make a lot of those changes that they need to make. And again, we're going to be talking about those more in coming videos. I've been working on another focus feedback video specifically for Blue Protocol and about how they need to learn how to respect players' time investment. And right now they're not really doing that. They need to go through and they need to change a lot of the gearing systems. They need to change the progression system of how you make progress in the game. And then they also need to change things like even the emblem, right? The emblem getting reset every season is a massive buzzkill to a lot of players. There's a lot of things that they need to go in and fix before they want players to come back to the game, and that's what collaborations like this do. These kind of collaborations, like I've said before, bring a lot of eyes to your game. People have been messaging me on my previous videos about the collaboration still with Shangri-La Frontier and Fairy Tail, both saying that they just heard about the collab and so they're going to check out the game for the first time. These are opportunities to get players into the game, and if the game is not in a good spot when those players come back, the chances that they come and check it out a third time are going to be a lot less. We really want the game to be at kind of like peak level when we bring players back and get them excited about the game again. And so hopefully, maybe even if they can't make that kind of timeline happen where they can make those big changes, publicly acknowledging those changes would be a great way for them to go about it. Just be open and honest. Be like, hey, we know, we hear your feedback. We know we need to change some things. We know we have progress that needs to be made, and we are committed to making that progress, but it's going to take us some time. So work with us for another season and we'll figure it out kind of stuff. And maybe that would be enough to kind of keep people hopeful. But right now, I've already seen a lot of people saying that they're actually going to just skip season 3 altogether and maybe come check the game out again in season 4. This is not really the opportune time to be having a collaboration, which again is really unfortunate because they've kind of already pigeonholed themselves into this spot of saying that these are coming in May. But I want to bring it back, okay? I am actually really excited about this collaboration, and I think it has a lot of opportunities to bring more people into the game and get more eyes, like I said. We just really need that to be at an opportune moment for the game to succeed. And maybe with the changes that they're making in season 3 and, you know, with the addition of a new class that seems pretty exciting, maybe that will be enough to kind of stimulate some of that excitement, and then maybe they can keep it going, like I said, longer term with those collaborations. So hopefully that will be the case. I know personally I'm actually really excited to check out the new class. I've already been storing books. You guys might want to do that as well. It does look amazing, and I think that there are opportunities to consider pieces like that content. New classes are content, but there needs to be content to do in those new classes that matter, right? So things for people to get excited about, gear progression, things like that. And so if they can find a way to work that into season 3's launch along with these collaborations, it could be a great opportunity for the game and for all of us as its players and community. So let me know in the comments down below, are you guys excited about the collaboration? If so, what are you most excited about? Comment down below with your questions. If you guys want to talk about anything, I'm always happy to see those comments down there and to chat with you guys down there. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.